Let's talk about it. We'll talk about the Wizards. We'll talk about the Wizards, man. The Wizards, yo. So the Wizards were very active the last hour of the trade deadline. Um, just think about moving. Just think about the beginning of the year. A lot of people were, including myself, were celebrating the Wizards for being very active this offseason or last offseason, getting Spencer Dinwiddie, getting Aaron Holiday, getting Kyle Kuzma, getting Montrezl Harrell, getting Kentavious Caldwell Pope, getting players, getting players to build around a Bradley Beal. You'd think, getting a solid guard. You'd think getting an energetic big man. You think getting a wing and a shooting wing. You'd think getting a forward that could do pretty much a lot of things offensively. You'd think you would champion that, right? Well, and you get Cody Kespert from in the draft. I think he was drafted like 15th. Well, as we sit here today, Spencer Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans was traded to Dallas for for Kristaps Porzingis. Montrezl Harrell was traded to the Hornets for Vernon Carey. And Ish Smith, so we get Ish Smith back. And Aaron Holiday was traded to the Suns for a couple dollars. Let me break this down into three parts. Let me break this down to the Spencer Dinwiddie Bertans trade for Kristaps Porzingis. I think if you look at this, you can look at this two ways. You can look at this from the what you're getting standpoint to what you're giving up standpoint. What you're getting, you don't make trades just to appease a star. Now, a lot of people are saying, why would you make this trade? Do you think this is going to keep Bradley Beal? Who knows, bro? Who knows? But there is a life after Bradley Beal, whether that's him leaving Washington, whether that's him staying for a whole bunch of years and then retiring. There's a life after Bradley Beal. And like I've said before, even with Bradley Beal, we haven't been that successful. But we haven't seen the best of Kristaps Porzingis since probably the first or second year he was in New York. From injuries to bad relationships with ownership to the bad fit between him and or the bad relationship, I guess, because of this fit between him and Luka. We haven't seen the best of Kristaps Porzingis. So if you're looking at the standpoint of what Washington's getting, it's not, because it'd be different if this was, if I haven't seen Kristaps Porzingis play more than 2 years in New York, it'd be different. Because he was a really good player his first 2 years, and then it's just like he's been. What did Tim Legler said? He's a unicorn because we never see him because he hasn't been available a lot of these times either. So I don't know. When you look, it's especially when you look at the high that the Washington was on, getting all these players, being number one in the East for a minute, to now being 4 or 5 games under 500 at this point. It's and then now trying to sell us that you're good. We have Kristaps Porzingis, which we just saw didn't work, alongside another star in Luka, but now you think he's going to work alongside a star that's in Bradley Beal. Who knows? I don't know, man. But that is looking at that trade of what we're getting. And when I say we, I mean Washington. When you're looking at what you're giving up, this was a huge success because of the Davis Portans contract. He had one of the worst contracts in the league in almost NBA history. He was shooting damn near better than Steph Curry, a couple years ago. Damn near on the same level as Steph Curry as far as shooting percentage. As soon as he got that contract, he just like plummeted to Davis Portans in a year went from being one of the best shooters in the NBA, rivaling at least percentage wise to Steph Curry, to then turning into one of the worst shooters in the NBA. It's in rivaling that of Dwight Howard shooting threes. It was crazy. And of course, the relationship with Spencer Dinwiddie and Bradley Beal, Spencer Dinwiddie and the team just wasn't working. So you get off 2 contracts. Now, yes, I wish you would have got more, but you got off Davis Portan's contract. I get it. Montrezl Harrell. You trade Montrezl Harrell to the Charlotte Hornets to get Ish Smith and Vernon Carey. More than likely Vernon Carey. Well, I don't know, because we don't. I mean, we have Washington has Thomas Bryant, Gill. I don't know what the hell's going on with. I know actually Darius Garland, not Darius Garland. I don't know if if Vernon Carey is going to stay on the team, but I do know that Ish Smith is going to be a better option right now than Rui Nato. And trading Drew Holiday for nothing is crazy to me. I mean, you couldn't get a player or draft pick for Aaron Holiday. So I will say that Washington was a winner at the trade deadline, but not like a resounding winner. I mean, they got off bad contracts. That was, or a terrible contract. That was Davis Bertans. But 3 players that you brought on here are now gone. And it's been half a season. It actually hasn't even been halfway through the season yet, and that's crazy to me. But it is what it is. So I guess you can say Washington won.